Hey, Minisink Valley community. If you don't know who I am, I'm Angela Koenig, and I was for the last 2 years your friendly neighborhood Board of Education member. My time on the board came to an end last year, and I chose not to go for re-election just because I felt like there were some things that I needed to accomplish outside of the board. And one of the things that I wanted to accomplish was I wanted to be able to take a theme that was reoccurring on the board and actually get it taken care of. One of those themes was having the meetings taped, televised, something for everybody who couldn't make the meetings. So now that I'm not on the board, I can actually do that. And I think it's really important. It's not just budgetary time that it's important to go to these meetings. It's actually, there's many things that happen in every meeting. It's not just procedural things. There are policy changes, definitely policy changes that happen. There's also academic changes as well. Like we had the Reading League come in, representatives of the Reading League come in, and they explained to us how our reading program is going to be changing. And that is something that is so important for parents to know and understand, because you could listen to the presentation and be like, I don't know how that's going to work. Or you could be like, yes, tell me more. I'm excited to see a change in trajectory. Either way, it's good to have the transparency towards parents so they know what's going on academically with their child, especially if their child has like problems reading, or if they excel at reading. It really takes hold of our whole community and our kids and their learning. So I wanted to be able to show that there are many different aspects to board meetings, and it's not just procedural things. There are important things that we need to be able to have the community know about. Like there was one point in the Reading League where they were saying that they want to be challenged. In about 5 to 10 years, the person who made the program wants to be challenged so it can be the best program possible. And to where me as a parent, that my concern was, why do we have to wait that long? So I asked them, I'm like, why don't we just go to the teachers and see how the implementation's going, see what's working, what's not working. And sometimes it takes a while to get things the gears to work and whatnot. But we have such seasoned teachers, why not use them to better the program now instead of waiting 5 to 10 years? Those are just little things. I mean, there's to stay in the know is really important for parents. So that's exactly why I want to do this. I'm going to make a commitment to go to every meeting. I'm going to make a commitment to, because we did discuss it as a board several times, but mostly it would come out to be like the live version. And with that becomes a very hefty bill. And I don't think any fiscally conservative board member at that point would have signed on to that, because it was a lot of money to be able to adhere to every regulation and guideline that needed to happen. So what I'm doing here is going to cost the district $0. And like I said, it's just a commitment that I'm going to try to make so that we can have the most informed public as possible, because not everybody can make it out. Not everybody. I mean, today is opening day of school. Yay! And who's going to want to go out to a board meeting? I could totally be wrong. I mean, I'm going to be there. But, you want to sit down with your kids and be like, hey, buddy, what's going on? How did your day go? So if I can bridge a gap, all right, let's bridge a gap. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be an adventure. And hopefully I'm very novice when it comes to anything to do with the phone and whatnot. So give me a little bit of grace and I will learn every single time. Like I have 2 board meetings already in the coffers, but the first one I have to figure out how to get the the sound a little bit better. The second one I'm going to attach to this introduction. So you'll be able to see that one now. So what I'll do is I will tape the board meetings on Thursdays. Give me like a couple of days just to, if I have to piece a couple of things together, because I might have a little something to say before then. And so I'll piece those together, and then I just need to upload. I got to learn all that good stuff. So I should have them out for you just within a couple of days. We'll see how it goes, but it'll be an adventure, because we are all in this together. And that's one thing on the board that I really, really loved, is when people were an informed public came to talk to us, and when they had concerns. And this was one concern that came up several times. So even though I'm off the board, I still feel strongly about it. So it's my commitment to you guys. I don't care if there's one person who watches it, 5, 10 people, it doesn't matter. It's information that's going to be out there. We can chronicle together everything that goes on in our district, and let's just have some fun. Let's make these board meetings like just, a good time. It's like I said, it's not all procedural. There's some great things that happen, and there's some great guests that we had, and I enjoyed my time immensely. So I thank you all for letting me have those years to represent you. And right now, while I'm off the board, I'm still going to be representing the public by doing this. So let's buckle up. If you have a Thursday where you're free, come on, sit by me, and let's go. All right. Enjoy your first day, everybody. I hope it went well. Have a great day. Bye.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty. First, I would just like to take a moment to welcome Troop 59, who is here tonight working on their communications merit badge. And part of one of their requirements is attending a public meeting. So it's great that our students, because I know many of them out there are our students here, and are here at our Board of Education meeting. So welcome to Troop 59. The only item I have is NYSBA voting delegate. Be resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, appoints Joseph Flaherty as the voting delegate and William Cooper as the voting alternate for the purpose of the NYSBA Annual Convention and Education Expo. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Patty Reynolds.
Second, Vanessa White.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Monahan. We move on to Human Resources with Mr. Giordino.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty. We have a motion to approve the resignations and appointments as listed.
So moved, Patrick DeRose.
Second, Scott Hines.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Just wanted to point out that we had that last appointment that was sent out to everybody for a math teacher. And that was the last teacher we needed to hire for our classes. So kudos to Mr. Giordino getting all that done and all the work out of his office, and to all of our buildings for the work they did. So thank you for a really productive summer.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Giordino. We will move on to curriculum instruction, which will be handled by Mr. Monahan.
Thank you. I'm covering Mr. Renato's section tonight because he is taking the role of dad and dropping his son off at college. So we wish him all the best as he takes that trip up to Albany. So first, we have the district-wide safety plan approval. Be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, approves the district-wide safety plan for the 2024-2025 school year. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Bill Cooper.
Second, Patty Reynolds.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Just want to note that we had our public hearing from 6 to 6:30 this evening. It was posted in the paper, and we've had that available on our website for a significant period of time. And in addition, I know I included in our board report, I believe it was on July 26th for all the board to review. So thank you for that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Next, I have a resolution to authorize the execution of the 2023-2024 APPR implementation certification form. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the board president and superintendent of schools to execute the 2023-2024 APPR implementation certification form for its annual professional performance review for classroom teachers and building principals covered pursuant to Education Law Section 3012D and Subpart 30-3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Scott Hines.
Second, Kathy DeRose.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Mr. Flaherty will have a certificate at the end that you'll need to sign as well.
Right.
I will need to make a submission of that for tomorrow to the state as required to be done the day after the qualification. Finally, I have the approval of the school resource officers for Mount Hope. Be it resolved that the board hereby approves an intermunicipal cooperative agreement with the town of Mount Hope for the provision of a uniformed police officer to serve as a school resource officer assigned to the Otisville Elementary School during the 2024-2025 school year, and authorizes the board president to execute such agreement. A copy of such agreement shall be incorporated by reference within the minutes of this meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Vanessa White.
Second, Patty Reynolds.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. We'll now move on to the PPS portion of the meeting, which will be handled by Mr. Monahan once again.
Thank you very much, and we hope Mr. Fenton is enjoying his 1 week off during the summer. As you know, the summer is quite a busy time period for our pupil personnel office, so we are hoping he's enjoying some time with his family. So first up, I have the approval of the Committee on Preschool Special Education. Okay, the Committee on Preschool Special Education met on 4 days in August. 7 students were reviewed. I ask for a motion to approve the arrangements of the recommended placements by the Committee on Preschool Special Education as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Patty Reynolds.
Second, Bill Cooper.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Now the approval of the Committee on Special Education placements. The Committee on Special Education met on 5 days in August. 20 students were reviewed. I ask for a motion to approve the arrangements of the recommended placements by the Committee on Special Education as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Scott Hines.
Second, Kathy DeRose.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Next, we have some instructional contracts to approve. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the board president to execute the following instructional contracts as listed below for the provision of educational services to district students, 1 during the 2023-2024 school year, and 2 during the 2024-2025 school year, as presented to the board at this meeting. It is the Devereaux Foundation for 2 of them, and Springbrook, New York. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Patty Reynolds.
Second, Vanessa White.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. We will move on to the business portion of the meeting now, and Mr. Monahan will handle that as well.
Thank you very much. We wish Mr. Witherow all the best. He was feeling a bit under the weather, and as we're getting close to the school year, we decided to tell him, please don't come to the meeting. So we're hoping he's going to recover quickly. So first up, I have a bid award supplementary transportation services. Be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, award the supplementary transportation service bid for the 2024-2025 school year to Orange County Transit LLC as presented and attached. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Patty Reynolds.
Second, Bill Cooper.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Next, we have the conflict of interest form with respect to any and all areas of contract awards, services, and purchases for which they have the decision-making authority. The forms will be filled out, signed, and returned to the external auditors. Nugent Hauser, PC. Attached is a form for reference. You've all received those forms, I believe, from Dawn. Ms. Molnar has handed them all out, so I know many of the captains already filled them out, and I know some of you already filled them out tonight. So we just want to make sure that is documented for the community to know that that is taking place. I have next the approval of real property tax collection. Be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, approves the real property tax collection schedule for the 2024-2025 school year. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Thank you. Next, the 2024-2025 tax warrant. Be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, approves the 2024-2025 real property tax levy in the amount of $53,177,460 with equalization rates set by the New York State Office of Real Property Tax Services. The Board of Education further authorizes the tax collector to amend these tentative tax rates if updated data is received from either Sullivan or Orange counties for the purpose of sending accurate tax rate data for the printing of tax bills, but any such amended tax rates will be approved at the September 5th Board of Education meeting. Tax bills will be mailed prior to this subsequent approval, if necessary, unless there is a significant material change to the overall tax rates as presented in this resolution. Motion?
So moved.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Yes. Well, I have one that might clear up a couple of things, so if you give me an opportunity just to put this in.
Oh,
there.
no, this is a wonderful thing, is it not?
Yes, no, I had sent some information out, but we
Okay.
just heard back from Sullivan County late this afternoon. So we thought there might have been an issue. They contacted us telling us they thought there was an issue. There is no issue. That's the
So
reason.
we're seeing a decrease to the
Yes.
limit. This is
Yes.
amazing.
If you
You've
look
done
at
an
the numbers.
amazing job here.
Yeah, if you
That's
look at
what
the
I wanted
numbers,
to say. That's
And I was
what
gonna say, 4 of our 6 areas have a negative
Yep.
tax.
And no
rate.
one's above a percentage.
And
Nobody's above.
Nobody's above 1.
I think as you saw in our presentation through April and May, when we were out talking to the community, we said we looked at what we thought the growth was going to be, and we felt very confident, based on the preliminary numbers we had from the towns, that we were looking very good with the levy that we had, that we were looking at a lot of negative numbers or flat. So if you look on those numbers, as Ms. Reynolds pointed out, it is really very positive here. Greenville is at a negative 0.38, Minisink is at a 0.77, Mount Hope 0.21, Wallkill is a negative 269, way beyond a negative 193, and Mavoccating is a negative
Good for them, that was
1.25.
high.
Yes, so you know, as we thought over these last couple of years that the equalization rate at Mavoccating had been so intense from the state, we felt this year we were looking at either a flat number or a slight negative, and it came through as we thought it would. So we were only waiting on, I think, 2 of them, and as we thought, as you can see, the only 2 that were positive is like 0.21. I mean, it's very minuscule. What we thought it was going to be very flat, so we're in a very good place.
I mean, we are, but we have to remember it is like related to the growth.
Yep.
So this was obviously a good year for that. Next year may not be, future years may not be, but we're trying.
We're in a very good
We're
place.
trying.
Again, when we look at tax, what we think the tax levy is going to be, we try to anticipate what the growth is going to be. This year, I think we were pretty spot on of what we thought it was going to be. So, listen, we have a wonderful area here, we have a wonderful district here. We have people moving into the district, and that helps with growth. So I think we're in a good place. So, but I did want to let you know, from Sullivan County, we thought there might be an issue because they contacted us, Lisa, and he wanted to let me know. Ms. O'Connor heard back from Sullivan County, everything is resolved with their system and the star exemption. The warrant and summary on the agenda are correct and will not change. So we're in a very good place, everybody.
Excellent. Any other comments or questions? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Monahan, once again. We will move on to the report section, which there you go again.
I'll take the first building tours, first day of school. I know we've heard from a couple of people. I know Ms. Lewis contacted us, let us know she's gonna meet us around 8:30 at the intermediate school. If you could let us know if you'd like to join us on any portion of the tour, but I take board members around to every one of the buildings and every one of our facilities. So if you could let Ms. Molnar know if you'll be joining us at any time, we wanna make sure you get an opportunity to get in. So if you know right now, great. If you don't, just
So
send them.
I know that I will not this year, only because I just got a call, from Ms. Griffin that, my daughter's gonna be coming in for the first day of school for staff and do the pledge and
Yes.
breakfast and stuff. So I won't be able to take 2 days off, or 2 mornings off that week, so I'm gonna,
Understood. We
say
prefer you
come
to be
to the
here.
staff first day, and next year I'll come back to the first days.
Awesome.
I will be at the elementary school at 8:30 and go to Otisville after that. Dawn, Ms. Mulner? That's okay? And are you gonna do the high school before I get there at 8:30?
Yeah, we're gonna start at the middle school right at 7:15. We'll see all the buses pull in. You can make it there. Our usual tour, middle school, high school, intermediate, elementary.
Yeah, I have to put my granddaughter on the bus at
Understood.
8:15, so,
Well, if you can make it to middle school and then head back over to put your
yeah.
granddaughter on and come back up to us, that's great.
Maybe do that.
I will be there all day.
Full day, perfect. Put on a comfortable pair of walking shoes. Mr. Rose?
Full shoot from middle school, but
All right.
you know me.
All right, Mr. Cahill?
I'm not sure at this time.
Okay. Dr. Hines? Okay. Ms. White?
I will be there at middle school.
Awesome. Great. And I will bring the minivan, and anyone who would like to just drive the whole day with me, hop in. All right? I think we've got everybody correct.
Excellent.
All right, that's what I have. Thank you.
So now for board goals. As you know, it's time of year to start developing board goals. We're also gonna have a board retreat, and part of that is gonna be helping us not to develop our personal goals, but a process by which we develop goals. So we have a better understanding of, the proper way to do it, and, that's one of the things that we're gonna do. So after that, we're gonna have to sit down and have a discussion, about the board goals themselves and where we wanna take this, direction of the district this year. Anything else you wanna add, Ms. Monahan?
No, I think, the retreat is gonna be very helpful, and I look forward to that next week.
District events, if any board members wanna report on any district events that they have attended since the last, board meeting?
I'm here.
I had the opportunity, along with Mr. Flaherty and Mr. Rose, to attend our summer school graduation today. And it is always a great event. And we had our Orange County Executive, Steve Newhouse, come speak at it today. Might not have been as good as last year's speaker, but just saying. Anyway, he did a great job, and the most impressive thing that I've ever seen is he said to them, listen, you might not know what you're doing, but if you can't find a job and you want to work and you've proven that you can do work by coming through the summer, you call my office on Monday morning and I will get you a job. And I was sitting there, well, where was he when I was graduating? But anyway, I thought that was
Wasn't
very
even
impressive.
a twinkle in your eye,
Yeah.
his mama's eye. We're that old, Bill.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was,
It was,
he did do it, and
yeah.
I believe he was serious. I believe he was completely serious.
It was a great ceremony, it really was.
Yes. Anybody else?
Anybody else wanna add?
There's not very much to add this time of year.
Oh, I do wanna add that Teresa Uhelski did an amazing job.
Yes.
Yes.
She did an amazing job. I don't know how the whole program went the whole summer, which I'm sure was amazing. But, and it was really nice on how well attended it was by, not only parents, grandparents, siblings, it was wonderful. And also there was a lot of staff that came in to support these children, and they took away time from, what they were doing to support them and to be with
so excited.
And I believe you said that because of that number, that extra 6 put us
Yeah.
at 94.
Over 94% graduation rate.
graduation rate.
Yeah. So,
Anything else? I'm going to ask the board for, motion to enter into executive session to discuss the employment histories of particular persons, matters made exempt under federal law furlough, and the board may take action after executive session.
So moved, Scott Hines.
Second, Dr. Rose?
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you. Everyone, please get home safely. Scouts, thank you for attending the meeting. It's great to see you here, and please get home safely as well. Thank you.
and Scouts, if you